I want to keep it rolling with an urban erotica, another urban erotica legend, a veteran and all-star, and a woman I adore so dearly. Please welcome Kimberly Q back home.
Okay, I don't know I can follow that. This is my new book, everybody, Lesbian Funk, came out April 20th. Yay! I have them for sale if you want to buy one. They're $15. I'm going to read you one of the chapters. This is my first novel, by the way. My other two books are short stories, so I'm just going to read you one of the characters. You ready? Yeah. I emerged from the shower as the answering machine picked up. Hey, Kaylee, still up for the challenge? Holla. The challenge. She dared me. The test. I bet you can't fuck my ex. This wasn't a challenge anyone had ever dared me to do, but Tracy thought she was the lover of lovers when it came to women. Tracy and I had had sex once. We were introduced at a party at my boss's house. She was sniffing around me, hoping I'd give in to her desires, and one night, after many drinks, she got her wish. Needless to say, due to my outlandish sexual interludes, her level of expertise was quite limited, which gave me the upper hand. But her ego made her believe she turned me out because of my performance. Her challenge to fuck her ex mentally put me on a high. She was confident that Greer wouldn't even entertain the notion of having sex with anyone else since she hadn't been with anyone since their breakup. Greer didn't know who I was, but I knew from her photos, I knew her from the photos Tracy had shown me. I had 7 days. Saturday morning, I telephoned Greer as if looking for someone else. Hello, may I speak to Michelle? I'm sorry, you must have the wrong number. I'm so sorry. I hung up and redialed. You just called here. I got this number from a friend and they must have given me the wrong number. That's okay. Do you know her last name? Unfortunately, I don't know her last name. I'm really sorry, but my name is Kaylee. I'm new to Phoenix, so I don't know many people, and Michelle was going to show me around. No problem. I understand. Listen, I know how it is being new and all. I'm going out to get some coffee if you'd like to meet. Really? I don't want to be an imposition. It's no problem. Cool. Do you know where the Cooper Star Coffee House is? No, but I'll find it. What's the address? I can look it up. I'll be wearing a pink linen shirt and white capris. Okay, great. I'll see you in about 30 minutes. Oh, and my name is Greer. I couldn't contain my excitement. This was easier than I'd expected. Greer wore a long red halter dress with an orchid necklace dangling from her neck, resting peacefully in her cleavage. Her hips swayed from side to side through the crowd as her abundant body eased the tense expressions from the other women, some straight, some lesbians, all unknowingly jealous and secretly desiring to partake beneath her body. Kaylee, Greer, hi, nice to meet you. How about I get us some coffee and you save our seats? Greer's voluptuous body glided up to the line. She really was a sexy woman. Here you go, one black coffee. Thank you so much. I owe you one. I really appreciate you inviting me here. I've been in Phoenix a couple of months and haven't really had a chance to get out and meet people. Perfectly understandable. You were just lucky to get me instead of some rude person who would curse you out and hang up the phone. I thought I'd treat you to breakfast as a thank you for being so nice and inviting me out for coffee. I wish I could because I am starving, but I have another appointment. Well, you have a rain check whenever you want. Tell you what. Why don't you come out tonight with me and some friends for dinner? I'd love to, and dinner will be my treat. When I arrived at the restaurant that evening, Greer and the 6 of her friends were already drinking at the bar. The evening was loud and raucous until about 11 p.m. when it was time to leave. Since Greer was a bit more inebriated than I was, we drove in my car to her house and agreed to pick up her car the next day. She invited me to go shopping in the morning, which I gladly accepted. I picked up Greer the next morning. We drove to her car and decided to leave mine. Have you been to Dillard's yet? They have a great sale. Greer was in search of new dresses. Cool, I can get some shorts. We went into dressing rooms next to each other. Hey, Kaylee, when you finish, could you come over and tell me how this looks? There she stood in a black sheer skirt, exposing all her thickness and nothing on top. So what do you think? I was speechless. Damn, Greer, where do you plan on wearing that? Right here with you. What? Stand on the bench for me. Greer stood about 3 inches over me and was pushing me towards the bench, her breast heavily adding to the nudge. What are you doing? I don't... Get up on the bench. I have a treat for you. She took my hand and placed it over my mouth while lifting my arm to help me up on the bench and placed her head underneath my skirt. I need you to be very quiet. Greer slid my panties down, grabbed my ass, and dived into my pussy. Her tongue darted like a snake around my pussy and my juices mixed with her moist mouth. There was a knock at the door. Can I get you anything? No thanks. Everything is just fine. My juices and her saliva were oozing down my legs as Greer silently ate my pussy as I fought to keep my moans silent. She slid her thumb inside my pussy and began massaging a spot inside my vagina, generating a feeling I'd never felt. Her hand was cupped between my ass cheeks, rubbing my hole with her tongue pressed firmly against my clit. The force of my eruption made me feel as if I was going to choke. My body buckled as Greer stepped back to receive the stream of cum that shot out of me. Grasping for air, I slowly slid down onto the bench. The sales clerk knocked again. Everything okay? Yep, perfect. Well, Kaylee, are you ready? Ready for what? I can hardly move. Well, you're going to have to get up soon because if we stay in here any longer, the little sales girl might get suspicious. Greer offered me her hand. I slid my panties up, took a deep breath, and slowly got up off the bench, desperately needing air. Making our way through the store, everything was heightened. I covered my eyes with my hands as we made our way to the car and hadn't noticed that we had gotten into a different car until I looked over at the driver's side. Tracy? You got to read the book to find out what happens next.